Darth Vader, Book 2, Part 2. Chaos disrupts the galaxy. After the destruction of the Death Star by a mysterious Force-strong rebel pilot, the Sith Lord Darth Vader was deemed responsible by his master, Emperor Palpatine. Now pursuing his own agenda, Vader enlists the assistance of the bounty hunter Boba Fett and archaeologist Dr. Aphra. In an attempt to find the boy who destroyed the Death Star, Vader returned to the desert planet of Tatooine only to find an empty husk of a hut, scorched with blaster marks, where the boy battled the infamous bounty hunter. Elsewhere on the Outer Rim planet Santal, a gathering of bounty hunters and mercenaries are greeted by Aphra, who offer them the chance to steal the sum of a lifetime from an Imperial ship. Anthan Prime, edge of the Outer Rim. Right, here they come. When they enter the asteroid belt, we move. Come on, someone say it. Very well, Mistress Aphra. What asteroid belt? Emergency! Emergency! Entering an uncharted asteroid collision. Impact Ion torpedo away. For the next 5 minutes, the Imperials will think that their systems being down is a side effect of the collisions. Let's go to work. I want everyone to know I don't normally do this sort of droid work. In 10 minutes time, you'll be able to make a house out of credit ingots, even if you were as tall as the Wookiee. Anyway. Beatty's got his own to-do list. We're in. Right, let's see. The vault is somewhere. B-box, that door leads to the crew quarters. Keep it sealed. Make sure it looks like a localized malfunction. Order me like an astrobot again, and you'll get a slug through your head. I know what I'm doing. Guys, get ready. Expect contact with vault security in 3, 2... Okay, they're ahead of schedule. Hard to believe Imperials use droids for work like this. Obsolete. Interjection. Offensive. You're an IG, not the same. The Imperial Stormtrooper pension scheme isn't exactly market-leading, Bosk. They're not letting anyone with anything other than a program in their head anywhere near the rich stuff. Get ready. Only got a couple more minutes, and then they'll get the door open. Let them. Murder on your own time, Bosk. If we let them through, we have to blow the ship to cover our traces. We need to make sure no one knows we were ever here. And now with the Homer set, let's run for our lives. 000, tell the big hairy lump he can start his run. Mr. Chrysanthemum, Mistress Aphra informs me you can begin. Welcome back, Mistress Afra. The asteroids appear to have successfully penetrated the hull. The ingots and all evidence you were ever there is jettisoning into space. It's rather pretty, though it is rather a shame that no humanoids were. Not the time. Now, if I've calculated this right, BT will do the rest. Anyone with fingers, cross them. And hope that BT can generate enough of a field to scoop up the loot. Because losing several gazillion credits into space would put a downer on the day. Are we rich? Well, we're rich. Come on, the maths was hard. There was a lot of variables we just didn't know. It's still a score. It's still a huge score. Statement. It was huger. Hey, lose the long face. Actually, forget that. But cheer up, IG-90. We have ripped off the Empire, and they don't even know we were ever here. Well, no such thing as easy credits. Let's carve this Naboo pond foul up. Okay, I fronted the cash for all the equipment. I take expenses, then divide by... Okay. Expenses from my back end. You guys are not team players. Yeah, the Wookiee's right. You better not have crossed us, Afra. Statement. You can't hide from the bounty hunters. Strictly speaking, you can hide, but it tends to be ineffective. Running is statistically better, but only fractionally. Comic murderous pedantry aside, the droid's right. You all know I've got a fairly lax attitude to property rights. But you don't think I'd cross 4 of the deadliest bounty hunters in the galaxy? I think you would think about it. Then slink away. Do this again soon sometime. My employer has more work coming up. Next time, you pay up front, Afra. You know it, Beatbot. Anthem 13, Mood of Anthem Prime. I'll see what I can do. Would this be the time to confess I always had a hankering to be coated in precious metals, Mistress Afra? I know your previous career had you in front of a crowd, but I didn't know you were that good an actor, Santi. Remind me never to play cards with you. Yeah, 5 times your score, and I'll help you with your problem. Yeah, I do like my arms attached to my body. We're in this together. Cross 3 bounty hunters? Sure. 4? Even I'm not that suicidal. I promised the Wookiee help finding the people responsible for cutting him up. Any chance of helping me out? We will see. Now we have a droid factory, we have the bounty hunters, we have the money to pay the bounty hunters. What next? Is it her holiday? I think I'm due a little holiday time. I need certain information confirmed from one who is proving elusive. The kid who destroyed a Death Star? Not yet. First this. Contact me only when you have succeeded. If you do not contact me within a month, I will contact you. That is not something you would enjoy. When Mr. IG-90 received a share, I can't help but take my continuing poverty somewhat personally. You take your joy in your work? I was not locked in a room with a humanoid and a sharp implement, Mistress Afra. There was little joy. Patience, 000. In this outfit, it can be only a matter of time. Magito, Sontal, Anthan 14. I give you the Plasma Devils. We have made great progress in the sector. The criminal organizations have been disciplined. Planetary governors march more closely in step. Rebel forces have primarily scattered away from our surge in forces. The Plasma Devils are the one exception. They are buried deep and still defiantly active. To crush them is our main remaining task before we can move on. The Astarte twins. This will be your responsibility.
Relay. Rooting out insurgents, followed by a full military deployment. The twins have very little experience in running a campaign. It should be me.
You were a General, Carbon. Even if you still held that rank, I am Grand General. Do not think to question me. The Emperor thinks you a useful tool. You have much to prove before I can consider you a peer. Prove yourself. I also have something in mind for you. We're still working in the shadow of the Death Star's destruction. It was a major strategic and propaganda victory for the rebels. We need a coup of our own. We have certain leads that point us towards the rebel pilot responsible for its destruction. I wish him captured or, failing that, killed.
No.
What was that, Lord Vader? The task is mine. My grudge with this rebel is personal. I will hunt the pilot down and deliver him to the Emperor personally. We're not here for you to salvage your conscience for your failure, Vader. You have no idea how many brilliant minds were snuffed out in that explosion. Vader has already failed in this matter. The Mon Calamari has been in a medical center for a decade and cares for nothing other than regaining an army command. It should be me, Tag. You are both disqualified because you and Vader are so personally invested. Your passion is disruptive. I refuse to let your emotionality disrupt my plans. Talon, I have certain research problems that require your attention. And Vader, I have another propaganda mission for you. The Sontal's Pride fortune was stolen in transit to Anthan Prime. Whoever is responsible needs to be punished. I thought it lost. So the thieves would have you think. We have evidence that suggests otherwise. Find whoever is responsible. Give them the Emperor's justice. As you wish, Grand General. And that brings the meeting to a close. You have your tasks. You're dismissed. I await your successful reports with interest. Oh, Vader? There is one more thing. This is Inspector Thanos. He's your replacement adjutant for Unai. He's to assist you in all things. The Emperor informs me that this is still a difficult transition period for you. As the Emperor wishes. We have a start, at the least. The culprits likely used the moons. It's an area you're already familiar with, and recently, that knowledge will likely prove useful. Knowledge? From your trip to Anthan 13 yesterday. I believe the slight ionization of surface dust on your armor is characteristic of that particular moon. Within 24 hours, I'd have been lost, but for a day or so, it's quite distinctive. You are most perceptive. Lord Vader, I'm not a sycophant, traitor, or worst of all, an incompetent like Un-I. I am a professional investigator. And this, a simple case. Larceny is the least of the great crimes. Mark my words, we'll have tidied this away within days. We shall see, Thanoth. We shall see.